There's a quiet moment that comes to everyone, usually when the noise fades and the distractions pause, when you're left alone with your thoughts. It might happen late at night or early in the morning before the world wakes up. And in that moment, a question appears, simple but uncomfortable. Am I really becoming the person I want to be? Most people don't answer that question honestly, not because they can't, but because the truth asks something from them. It asks for change. It asks for effort. It asks for responsibility. And those things are not always easy. But here's something important to understand. Your life is not shaped in big, dramatic moments. It is shaped in small, quiet decisions you make every day. The decision to wake up when you said you would. The decision to study when no one is watching. The decision to keep going when it feels easier to stop. These small choices seem insignificant in the moment, but over time, they become your identity. Think about it. No one wakes up one day suddenly successful, confident, or disciplined. Those qualities are built slowly, often invisibly, and the process is not glamorous. It is repetitive. It is sometimes boring. It requires showing up even when you don't feel like it. And that's where most people struggle. They wait for motivation, they wait to feel ready, they wait for the perfect moment. But the truth is, motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes like a passing mood. If you depend on it, you will always be inconsistent. Discipline is different. Discipline doesn't ask how you feel. It asks what needs to be done. It is the quiet voice that says, do it anyway. And the more you listen to that voice, the stronger it becomes. There will be days when you feel behind in life, days when you compare yourself to others and feel like you're not doing enough. It's easy to look at someone else's success and think they have something you don't, but what you don't see is their journey. You don't see the late nights, the failures, the doubts they had to face. Everyone you admire has struggled. Everyone has felt lost at some point. The difference is, they didn't stop. They kept moving, even when progress was slow, even when results were invisible. Your journey is not supposed to look like anyone else's. You are not late, you are not behind. You are simply in the process, and that process takes time. Education plays a powerful role in this journey, not just the kind you get from textbooks, but the kind you gain from experience, from failure, from trying and learning. Real education is not about memorizing information. It's about understanding yourself, your strengths, your weaknesses, and how you can grow. Every mistake you make is a lesson. Every failure is feedback. And if you choose to learn from it instead of avoiding it, you become stronger. But growth is uncomfortable. It forces you out of your comfort zone. It challenges your habits. It exposes your weaknesses. And naturally, your mind will try to resist it. It will tell you to stay where it's safe, where it's familiar. The problem is, nothing grows in comfort. If you want a different life, you have to be willing to do things that feel uncomfortable at first. You have to be willing to try, to fail, to try again. Confidence is not something you were born with. It is something you build. And you build it by taking action, not by waiting, not by overthinking, but by doing. Every small action you take, even if it's imperfect, sends a message to yourself, I am capable. And over time, that message becomes belief. There will be people who doubt you. Sometimes they will say it out loud. Sometimes it will be subtle. And sometimes, the voice that doubts you the most will be your own. You might think, what if I'm not good enough? What if I fail? But consider this. What if you don't try? What if you let fear make your decisions? That is a much bigger loss than failure. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of it. Every step forward includes mistakes. Every achievement includes setbacks. The people who succeed are not the ones who avoid failure, but the ones who learn how to face it without quitting. Your future is not decided by your past. It is decided by what you choose to do now. You might have made mistakes. You might have wasted time. But none of that matters if you decide today to move differently. You don't need to change everything overnight. In fact, trying to do that usually leads to frustration. Focus on one thing, one habit, one improvement. Make it small enough that you can stay consistent, because consistency is what creates real change. Imagine improving just a little bit every day. reading a few pages, practicing a skill, working on your goals, even for a short time. It might not feel like much in a single day, but over weeks, over months, it adds up. And one day, you will look back and realize how far you've come. The path is not always clear. You might not know exactly what you want to do or where you want to go, and that's okay. You don't need all the answers right now. What matters is that you keep moving forward, learning, exploring, improving. Clarity comes from action, not from waiting. There will be moments when you feel tired, when progress feels slow, when it seems like nothing is changing. In those moments, it's easy to give up, but those are the moments that matter the most. Because when you continue despite the difficulty, you are building something deeper than success. You are building resilience, you are building character, you are becoming someone who doesn't quit. And that is powerful. Think about the kind of person you want to be. Not just what you want to achieve, but who you want to become. Someone disciplined, someone confident, someone who doesn't give up easily. That person is not out of reach. That person is built through your daily actions. Every time you choose effort over comfort, you move closer to that version of yourself. Every time you stay consistent, even when it's hard, you strengthen your identity. It won't always be perfect. You will have days where you fall back into old habits, days where you don't do what you planned. That doesn't mean you've failed. It just means you're human. What matters is that you don't stay there. You get back up, you try again, you keep going. Because success is not about never failing. It's about never giving up on yourself. And maybe that's the most important thing to remember. You have to believe in yourself, even when it's difficult, even when there's no immediate proof, because belief is what keeps you going when results are not visible yet. Your effort matters, your time matters, your growth matters. You are capable of more than you think, but that potential means nothing if you don't act on it, if you don't take responsibility for your own life. No one is coming to do it for you. No one can live your life for you. It's your responsibility to make the most of it. And that might sound heavy, but it's also freeing. Because it means you have control. You have the power to change your direction, to improve your habits, to build a better future. Start where you are. Use what you have. Do what you can. Not tomorrow, not next week, today. Because one day, that quiet moment will come again. And when it does, you'll ask yourself the same question. Am I becoming the person I want to be? And this time, you'll be able to answer honestly. Not with words, but with confidence. Because you'll know deep down that you showed up, you tried, and you didn't give up. And that is how a meaningful life is built, one decision at a time.